Good morning, YouTube. How is everybody? It is Friday morning, so getting our live show on. How was your 4th, Tina? What'd you do?
It was fun. It was restful and exhausting all at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
I know
we
that.
drove over to Arizona. We hung out in the river. We had some really fun fireworks. And so it was fun. They had a comfortable bed. It's always nice when you stay with family and the bed is comfortable. Yes, it was so quiet there. As you know, Vegas is a big city, and it's like I wake up to sirens and ambulances and just noise, and I sleep with noises that I hear, on occasion that I don't hear them because I'm used to it. So when I went to their house, they, live in a very remote, like Western town. And so it reminded me of going back in time. Like I expected the cowboys to be just going down the road. And it was so quiet that it was almost hard to sleep because of the quietness. I'm not used to that.
I know what you mean. My mom's house, when I'm there, every single day somebody's blowing their yard in the morning. Every day. I'm like, can't you all get together and all blow on the same day? And then my house, everybody decides to mow their lawn on different days. So my uncles, we had company in town, so we had a good time. But I told them because it was constantly somebody mowing their lawn on the days. I'm like, yep, they all take turns. It's like, okay, I can't mow my lawn until he finishes. Then so we can have a constant lawnmower sound for the
Yes.
whole weekend.
And I'm having my second cup this morning. Who out there is having coffee with me today? You
You
see, I
know
have a
what?
hat on, everybody, because I have bedhead. It's just one of those mornings. It's one of those mornings I need more coffee. I did brush my teeth. Full disclosure, teeth are brushed.
I have not. I brush my teeth after coffee because I can't drink
Well,
coffee.
I did after my first cup. This is the second cup. So, yes,
So,
yes,
good
yes,
morning,
Nate,
Nate.
coffee talk.
Good morning, Nate, Elizabeth, Armand, and Aaron. Howdy, howdy. Hope everybody had a good, safe 4th of July. We've got a question here. How would one go about getting ungated in Crayola? We have done so many ungating things. I can't even count how many times we've talked about ungating. So there are plenty of videos out there, but in short, you need to supply an invoice. You can get an invoice from there's so many companies that sell Crayola.
Yeah, lots of companies sell Crayola, so that one's pretty easy. You
Yeah.
even go to maybe officesupply.com has crayon in stock. I'm not sure that they do, but
Yeah.
yeah, and definitely look through our old videos. We've done countless videos on ungating in tons of brands, tons of brands. But I would, off the top of my head, I would try like officesupply.com.
Yeah. Office supply. I mean, shoot, even something as simple as Staples might work. I've
Yeah,
never used a Staples, but they offer invoices
they sure
and
do. Yep.
purchasing for businesses. Good morning, Karen. I hope you are doing well.
Yes,
Uh,
Armand,
Casey, I'm
Nate,
sorry.
Karen, I see you as well.
I said Karen, but then I saw the kid.
Well, look,
Anyhow,
she's
good
Karen
morning. Good
here
morning.
to the world. Yes.
So we have some questions, but we also have some things to talk about. I wanted to do this one first because it was just insane. I don't know if you guys caught this, but a former employee pled guilty to it was like 9.4, $10 million in fraud. And let's see, 9.4 million.
I
And
mean,
this was
that's a
going on.
ridiculous amount. Ridiculous. I mean, at what point are you that comfortable that, okay, so we've hit the first million, which is a lot. But at what point are you comfortable with going to the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth of the millions of
Oh no, I'd
dollars
be
of
pretty
theft?
comfortable.
Like, it blows my mind. It
Yeah.
honestly blows my mind.
So a little bit about the story, because hold on. A little bit about the story. So the person who did it, who ran the ring, the overall view, is they were a manager at Amazon, and so they were doing the fraud was sending stuff into Amazon, Amazon not getting all of the items, them submitting an invoice, and then they'd go and approve their own invoice, and they had a lot of people working for them. So I'd be like the manager at Amazon. I'd be like, Tina, say you're going to send in, 20 boxes of Nikes worth $3,000, and Tina would ship in a box. It'd be empty. And then they'd be like, it's empty. And she would submit a fake invoice. And then I'd be like, yes, approve that. And funnel it through bank accounts. Now, they went out and they bought things like Lamborghinis and new Teslas with their money. So that alone should have flagged somebody, because I'm sorry, I don't know how much they make, but if they're buying new Lamborghinis and stuff, then that should be a red flag. Ooh, mute yourself. Mute. There we go. Are you switching over?
Yes, I'm going off of my laptop. Sorry, my computer wouldn't log in this morning. And now that it's decided to reboot itself, I've decided to go off the laptop and here.
So anyhow, I was explaining this whole fraud thing and how crazy it is. I mean, 10 million is a lot of money that's a lot of invoices right there. And my husband, he's like, wait a minute, you know how to annotate and do PDF manipulations. You can make it. And I'm like, stop it right there.
Seriously, like, let's start a crime ring.
Yeah. I don't know how this dinner talk went into all of a sudden, let's run a crime ring. That's kind of crazy. Almost as crazy as I had a guy this week in Fiverr, and he is not from the US, and he was asking questions like that too. He's like, well, what bank, what offshore account should I funnel money through? And I'm like, dude, I'm not here to give you cartel type advice.
Yeah, as YouTube flags all of our no words, right?
This morning show is now on how to run a crime ring. No. We are against crime. No crime. This person is going to see, I think they got sentenced to 10 years in jail.
Look, it does truly blow my mind. It's like, I understand there's petty theft with employees, right? They take some company pins and notebooks and stationery, what have you. You almost expect this, right? The extra cup of coffee they shouldn't have had, and I realize that some employees still, a little bit of product off the shelf, petty theft. But to go into the million, it truly does blow my mind. And to think that you're just never going to get caught, no one's ever going to be the wiser. I mean, clearly you're getting away with this for so long that your confidence level is through the roof.
You got to have an exit plan. Be like, okay, I'm going to do it to this amount or to this time, and then I am off the grid. I have bought a yurt in the middle of Chile. I don't know, somewhere that you're not going to be found. I just don't think those people.
It really is surprising.
900,000 in fraudulence, a Lamborghini, a Dodge Durango, a Tesla, a Porsche, Kawasaki motorcycle, multiple bank accounts, another motorcycle, a Mustang, a Black Widow, I don't even know what that is, diamond bracelets, diamond necklaces. I mean,
what I want to know is, what was her annual salary at Amazon?
Hold on.
I don't know. I don't recall if I read that or not in the article, but her annual salary, I'm sure, does not line up with the assets in which she acquired from her thievery. Just the audacity for her to think that there is no red flags. It really blows my mind. And was she stealing from us, right? Us, the sellers? Right. Yeah.
It looks like 64K to 150K, give or take.
Yeah.
So and
those
I'm sorry,
on that
somebody on 100
salary are having Lamborghinis all day, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, walk in and they have Lamborghinis. No, I'd be like, there's only so many lies that would go with that. Well, I married somebody, or my mom died and I inherited. Yeah. Anyhow, we'll move on. That was just a crazy, crazy story.
Let's talk about
fees. Fees. I hate fees. So they totally jacked up the small and light. Yeah, not Lambo money. Not Lambo money. If you haven't heard about this, it was pretty much all over the news. Let's see here. June 30th was within the last week. And Amazon totally kiboshed the small and light program. And what is this? No, I don't want to become a digital insider. They jacked it. They came out this year and said, we're going to increase the small and light to $12. And now they have reneged. Where did it go? There we go. They are now going to do products under 10 will automatically receive the low price rates, and they expanded the eligibility and now reversed it for the $10 to $12. So basically, this is going to happen on August 29th. So around August 27th, I got to mark my calendar. I'm sure we'll talk about it. Is I will go pull a report and then sort that report by list price, and anything that is between $10 and $12, analyze and see if you want to increase the price or decrease the price. I don't know. What do you do for going through that stuff? How do you look at it?
Increased price. I mean, if things go up, I have to go up.
Yeah.
Yep. And hopefully enough sellers follow suit in that, because there are those that are savvy sellers that get that understand economy. And then there are those that don't understand their bottom line. I don't know. And Nate brings up a point. Don't forget about the possible UPS strike coming up on August the 1st, because that affects all of us.
Yes. So I had brought this up just to kind of do the highlights. When they went on strike, I found this interesting. For 15 days in 97, they had 850 million in company losses.
Wow.
Just really, really crazy. Now, all of the chatter that I've been hearing is that they're close to working this out. So I don't think we're going to see a strike personally. What do you think?
I would like to think that they're going to work it out, and just oftentimes, like in the movies that we watch, when you watch a movie on something like this, and then in the ninth hour, they reach an agreement and every business as usual, nothing ever happened,
Yeah. They're saying negotiations broke down 2 days ago, so maybe it's not looking at good. So yeah, I've gotten a couple of messages from suppliers out there that are like, just be prepared for it. It is crazy. I wanted to talk about Prime Day for a minute. Prime Day is coming up on the 11th and 12th. They have done a few new things, and one of them is on their big deals, you have to request ahead of time if you want to be emailed a code, which I thought was interesting. They're doing some supply demand regulation here, and I kind of like it as a buyer, that I can put in that, yes, I'm interested in this, this, and this, and see if I get a code. And if you get the code, then you get the item. Because I'm on the West Coast. I'm sorry, on the East Coast, they all wake up early and they get all those deals. And by the time I log on, they're all gone. And I'm not going to wake up at the crack of dawn to get said deals. Are you looking for anything, Tina? I know we've discussed that we're not going to sell anything specific.
Yeah, I don't participate in Prime Day as a seller. As a buyer, I've never really participated in Prime Day. Whenever I've gone to look, I never found anything that I normally buy at any better of a price than I normally get it at. Things that I buy on Amazon, like there's some vitamins that I buy on the regular. We all have our things that we buy there on the regular. So, and I don't have a big ticket item like the TV that you were talking about, but I think that I will look ahead of time now that you told me about this program this morning. So Lucy, when she called me this morning, said that she had found a television set that would be $99 on Prime Day. But like she said, you have to, I'm going to call it like pre-sign up to be one of the people to get that deal. And how do we exactly do that? Is there a special place we go to?
You just, when you're shopping on Amazon, and you're looking at the Prime Day deals, when you're looking at the Prime Day deals, there is a spot to sign up, and then you get an email.
I have to share this because Karen tells me I need a second monitor. She doesn't know how I function with one monitor. Do you know this little laptop right here? This is my second one. I started my Amazon business on an Apple laptop just like this, and that's all I worked on for 6 years. And it finally took a crap at Christmas, so I bought a new Apple and my first desktop monitor that I've had in years. I've just always worked on a laptop because I like to carry it around. I like to take it on vacation. I really like to work on my couch. I'm not going to lie. Um, and I like the portability of my laptop. So Lucy has always been shocked that I have ran my business, created my bundles, everything I do on said laptop. I don't know how to use two monitors. I really don't know. I really wouldn't know what button to click and what to. I've never done it before. So yeah, I know Casey, Lucy, and people out there that are super savvy with awesome desk setups that I see you look like you're like operating, the world. When I see like crypto videos and people with all these monitors, I just have never done it. So I can't even imagine it. Yep.
All
So
right.
maybe I will.
Okay, because all I do all day long is either purchasing, making bundles, or looking at a report and doing inventory management, right? When I'm at a desk, when I'm out packing, I'm not watching and I don't care about screens. So I like having the multiple monitors because I can literally look at the 2 pages at once and click and drag and copy and paste. And if there was anything computer wise that y'all should upgrade to, is definitely 2 monitors, especially if you do a lot of purchasing. Yesterday, I was in the middle of doing a large purchase order from a wholesaler, and I needed to get some new items, and I also wanted to create those bundles at the same time. So I'm pulling stock photos and I'm pulling information. So I could be creating it on here, putting my order together on there. And then I have something running on the third monitor now just helps to have the third monitor. I really
Oh my God. Look, she's talking three.
I know
And
I've
I
really
can't wrap my head around how you would use two because I've never done, I just don't look.
okay.
I'm
So
a dinosaur.
I wish I was going to see you. I would go set one up for you. I'm not going to be able to make it to ASD. My husband's surgery has now been scheduled for August 11th, so I'm going to be dealing with that for the next few months.
Is there anybody out there, anybody that's just like me? Am I truly the only one with
I
one
think so.
monitor in
Yeah,
all of Amazon land? I need to know this.
in Amazon land for sure. In life, no, my mom only uses
No,
one
I know not
monitor.
in life. I'm talking about in our world.
Good morning, Foab. How are you? Good morning. What are y'all's thought on leveraging AZ loans and credit cards? Don't have any loans. Seller friends use this method for points, pros and cons. There's a lot of pros and cons. I love getting the points and the rewards and all of that, but it is a cash flow management thing. And the number one problem, if you ask any reseller, the number one problem everybody has is managing their cash flow. So I'll leave it there. If you can manage your cash flow, it's golden. If you have trouble with your cash flow, it can be a problem. So I've been in both boats. I'll be
I
there in
don't know the
August.
interest rates of the Amazon loans. I've never taken one. I know lots of people who have. Lots of people have done that and swear by it. I don't know what the interest rate is on the Amazon loan. So if that's something that you were considering, I would definitely check the difference between the Amazon loan interest rate, a credit card interest rate. And if you, like Lucy said, if you are good with your cash flow management and you are somebody who is diligent in paying more than the minimum or paying off your loan quickly, then I would maybe take a look at credit cards with a 0% introductory interest rate to take better advantage of it. I would also use, and this is what I personally use, is a credit card that gives me travel rewards. Not that you have to have one that's a travel reward based one. I just like to travel, for free if I can. So when you get those travel reward points for what you're already spending, that is really an awesome way to go. And if you build yourself up to where you are really using the credit card just to earn those points because you're going to pay it off in full every time you get your credit card. I mean, that's a great way it's a win-win, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and I've done both, so there's good and bad to both. I know a lot of people that when they do the Amazon loan, they have a specific purpose for that money. It's either to consolidate things or it is for Q4 to buy just for Q4 and they plan on paying it off in January. So try to have a plan for it, and it can help your credit too. My credit is very good. A lot of businesses leverage debt with purchasing and all of that, so it's not unheard of. There is some very good. I'm looking for monitors for you, Tina.
You're looking for a Prime Deal monitor. Look,
Prime Deal
Nate's,
monitor. I'll go back to that.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Nate
Okay, so
has
now we
one.
have two people we need to help. Karen, be prepared. Might have two people you got to help there. All right, so we have some questions I'll knock out, and I'm just going to share what's going on because maybe it helps. So Kohl's has an additional 50% off. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I am going to be hitting up probably Kohl's and Burlington. I'm thinking about today. I'm feeling like getting out there. For NCIS,
The TV show.
NAICS codes, different than NCIS. They want to know about Walmart seller. The codes are for anything that needs one of those codes. So they're not specific to Amazon or anything. If you're doing a loan, if you're doing a, God, I'm trying to think what else asks you for a code, but there's only a handful that I've been asked for that code. Let's see here. I have you ever received several more of these? Are they sporadic and rare? And this is for product authenticity reports. I get very few product authenticity reports.
Yeah.
And lots of things can flag it. And I think people need to understand that if a customer leaves a bad review, either on your page or the item review, or they do a return and they leave words that are keywords that will get flagged, you will get an authenticity complaint. Some of them it's not like the direct authenticity complaint, but it's suspected, or it was one of those on the health dashboard. So say I bought this shirt and I'm like, oh, I don't like this shirt. I want free shipping to send it back to Amazon. So I don't want to say that I just don't like it. I'm going to say, I think this was a fake shirt. The material felt really crappy.
Right.
That word fake is going to flag the system. So there are some products that are way more susceptible to this than others, such as big name brand, like shoes, purses, luggage, things like that are high ticket items that people will say, I don't think this is authentic. Now, whether they're just being a jerk about it or if that's truly how you feel, I don't sell a lot of those products, so I don't get a lot of flags. Like I'm selling things that are not, if I sell a box of crackers, nobody going to say those crackers.
Those are fake saltines. Those aren't Keebler.
Yeah. No, I am not selling things that would be high ticket flagged items that people would think were fake. Not to mention I don't buy fake products. I worked with somebody again this week, the guy who was asking me about crime stuff. He goes, well, I have all wholesale invoices. I said, oh, okay. Well, then he had gotten his account suspended and he was fighting an authenticity complaint. And I said, well, you should just be able to submit your invoices. And he's like, well, I bought them from Alibaba. I said, then they're fake. Like, you sold fake stuff. If you are selling stuff from Alibaba on somebody else's branded listing, he said from a known brand. I said, then you bought fake stuff and you sold them on somebody's brand. I mean, that's it. He's being taken to court in the States here. So I'm like, this is not just a little mess up. This is bad. So if I go to Alibaba and I buy Nike shoes and I sell them on a Nike listing, that's fake. Don't do that. You'll get in trouble. Thank you. That is awesome thing. That pays for our coffee, which I will be buying Tina all the coffee since she's going to be doing the footwork at the conventions. And I got to figure out how to do that.
Susan, that's me. 1,000 tabs, and then they stay open until I deal with them. They're like my little Post-it notes. I'm not alone.
Hold on, just to let y'all know, I just opened my task manager. I have 72 tabs open.
Look, I don't have that many open.
And I closed down some before yesterday, so anyhow, I once did sell fake products because I was a noob and I didn't know better. I bought makeup from Wish thinking that it was real. Wish is all fake too, just FYI. It's fake. And luckily I was able to curb and not get in trouble for it. But I didn't realize people manufactured fake makeup. I was like, how do you fake that? Boy, did my eyes get opened up. A few YouTube videos later, I was like, holy smokes, I was a dumb butt.
Yeah.
Anyhow, moving on. Let's see here. This is on changing the manufacturing barcode, or changing the barcode from manufacturer to an Amazon. When I created the new condition, it was created outside of the variation family. Is it a way to add it under the parent listing or create a new parent listing for it? That is a great question. If you have, let's say you have a variation and you've accidentally created two listings for the same ASIN, two SKUs, right? You have two SKUs, one ASIN under the parent. In your dashboard, it's going to look like one's under the parent and one is not. If you go and you look at the detail page, they will both be in there, but it's only showing one. The way to get rid of that is delete one, and the other one should link up. If it doesn't automatically link up, because I've had nothing but errors this week on Amazon, it's been unbelievable errors this week. If it doesn't automatically link up, just go into that parent, click edit, and then change the SKU to the new SKU. It's really easy to fix, but it is complex. And if you have two and you're trying to get the other one to go and it won't go, that's how you do it. And you got to get rid of one and then get the other one popped on. I've done 4 flat files this week, Tina. 4. And I only worked 3 days this week.
I know it's been a short week. It feels like when you're a kid and you have half days of school.
But I have done nothing. I am dealing with browse nodes not on my products right now. I had 3 products that all lost their browse nodes, and they're not there. So I have to create a case. If anybody is dealing with this, I have to create a case, and I have to include the screenshot, and I have to explain to the reps who should know this what indexing is, and tell them that my ASIN is not indexed. Because when I go to Amazon and I go just as a buyer and I paste in that ASIN and I'm in an area that I'm able to purchase it, if you're doing this from other countries, then it's not going to work. You can VPN in, though, and test it that way. Anyhow, and you paste the ASIN or the title and neither show your product, then it is not indexed. And that is a big problem. I do work with people that are outside. So the first thing I say is like, okay, if I'm in America selling it and I want to see if it's active in Brazil, I need to go VPN into the other country to see if it's available, or have a friend who's in that country look for you. But you will not see it. If you can't get it shipped to you, you're not going to see it. I'm not happy unless there's 50 tabs open.
Open.
Yep, exactly. And I love now that you can group them. I've done that before, like group them up so that you can work on a project and then kind of.
Someone with 487 tabs needs to group them.
Yes, I love grouping them. All right. Rose said, I bought winter tea from Trader Joe's to sell on Amazon, but Amazon restricted the sale and asked for the invoice.
Wow.
What do I do in this case? Nothing. There are no invoices for Trader Joe's.
There's no invoices. I had a Trader Joe listing get flagged this week. Amazon removed it from the catalog. I am not the creator of the listing, and it was branded as a Trader Joe's item. So it was under the correct brand. And of course, Trader Joe's does not have real UPCs. They're not the traditional UPC that would be in the database. So I did open a case on it, and the Amazon rep in my case had replied that if I am the brand owner, to supply X, Y, and Z. And of course, none of us are going to be the brand owner of Trader Joe's. If I wasn't the brand owner, the secondary thing they wanted was just that an invoice, showing the UPC, et cetera, et cetera. I haven't addressed it yet because I don't have one of those items in hand, but I was going to go to Trader Joe's probably tomorrow. And I was going to go in the store and take photographs of the item and the type of UPC that is on there, because I am assuming that whoever created the listing has GTIN exemption or got a G10 exemption, when they created it. Unless the listing is so old that it was back when you could buy UPC codes off of eBay and create listings. I really am not sure, but I'm going to give it a shot to get the listing brought back to life. But based on this viewer's question on your YouTube channel and my experience with my Trader Joe item that has been removed, I'm wondering if Amazon is going to slowly start taking down Trader Joe listings.
Yeah, I don't know. None of my other Trader Joe's got flagged. For
Mine
this
either.
one, yeah, for this one, I thought I closed it, but I don't know if it's closed or not. It's still not up today. But we'll see how that works. I know in Seller Board, which I do like, they give you alerts when people have changed the brand name. And I saw over the last 2 weeks that it was brand name has changed from Trader Joe's to TJ's, and then another slew of emails that when it's changed from TJ's back to Trader Joe's. And then I've had them recategorize my stuff so much. I've been fighting all of that. And that I really do need to run flat files to get the categories rechanged back to sync, because if you have a parent and your parent category is coffee mugs and it's like coffee mug, tea mug, coffee mug, you can't add and get any changes to go through because now the children don't line up with the parent. And I'm going, stop doing that. Stop touching my stuff. I need to have that as a drop down. Quit touching my stuff because it's
And
really
as far as
silly.
these product nodes changing, I only know on my listings if they've changed because of I get it with all the seller lab,
Seller board.
seller board. There's too many seller things.
Yes.
Seller board sends you notification if you have a browse node change. So that's very helpful, because the only other way to do it, I asked Lucy this morning, I'm like, how are you, Lucy? Because Lucy has a ton of them happening to her. It's like you were singled out for some reason on Amazon to just mess with you, because I am not getting hardly any. Knock on wood. I say that, and today I'm
Yeah,
going to
you
be
better
hit.
knock on wood.
I know. But if it weren't for that, so I asked Lucy, how are you finding out all of these? And so she gave me an example and what she does. If you feel like you have a listing that isn't making sales and you're maybe wondering if it is the brown node, you're going to copy that ASIN from your account, paste it into Amazon as if you were a shopper, just paste the ASIN into the search bar. And if that ASIN does not pull up, if it doesn't come up as a result in the search, then your browse node is been messed with. So that is how you do it.
I wanted to talk about Susan's comment. I need the ability to work from
Yes,
my
girl.
couch.
Yes. Because it's like you're not working. Look, if I have my laptop on a pillow on my lap and I'm leaned back on a pillow and I got my iced tea right here and I'm just plugging away, it is relaxing. It is relaxing. It doesn't feel like work, yet I'm working. I like to. I like to sit on the couch and work too. So do I do that all day? Of course not. But
So here's my issue with that lately. I use LastPass, and we're going to switch from LastPass to OnePass because LastPass has been outrageously stupid in updating with the Google Chrome. So let's hear, Google was down the other day. There was a big server outage on Wednesday morning. I think it was Wednesday morning. But anyhow, so I go from my work laptop to the laptop out in the warehouse to a laptop at home to a desktop at home. And I swear, every time I sit down at the computer, it's like, who are you? Trust this device? Yes, trust the device every freaking time. And then I go the next day and they're like, who are you? And I'm going, oh my God, we met yesterday. It's like Alzheimer's.
it's like your computer has Alzheimer's.
Oh yeah. Every day. I'm like, we were just here yesterday. Haven't changed. Oh, so it's been absolutely ridiculous.
What's so funny? I'm sorry.
It's bad. Oh yeah. Like, you know me. We were just here. Anyhow. There is a recall on Belvita breakfast bars.
Which nobody should be selling. Isn't Belvita one that has gone after you for selling that brand? But if you eat them, certainly take a look. I thought Belvita came after people last year.
Velveeta or Belvita?
I say Belvita. How do you say it?
Belvita. I'm just, are you talking the fake cheese? Or are you talking the
Oh
crackers?
no, Velveeta is the cheese. Belvita,
Yes.
which sounds just like it. Buh. I thought this one, this sandwich cookie right here, I thought they were coming after third-party sellers for selling their brand. I feel like it came up on one of our leads lists last year. The pumpkin, I think they had a pumpkin spice flavored one. That's just what I'm recalling in my mind.
I don't remember ever hearing that. Not to say that it's not true, but I don't remember
Right.
that. But it is the cinnamon brown sugar. You know what? I'm starving, and both of these look really tasty. Dark chocolate cream and cinnamon brown sugar. You know what? Send them all to me because I don't have peanut allergies. I'll eat those. Uh, so they are recalling these peanut allergies are really, really, really a big no-no. I mean, they kill people. They kill people. So
Are they not
not
disclosing it on their packaging? Is that the problem?
no, it was um they shouldn't have peanuts and they were exposed to peanuts.
Oh, okay.
So that is a big no there. I was unrelated. These types of things really hurt the brand, right? This is going to be not good because if you are going and you're like, oh, I need to get a bunch of crackers for the Girl Scouts and I need to make sure no peanut allergies, any sort of these types of bad negative news really, really hurt the brands out there in public. You'll see a decline in their stock. You'll see a decline in their, um, with Amazon. If your stuff is at Amazon and it was affected, Amazon will go and dispose of it. You eat the cost, but they handle any sort of recalls like that with your inventory because I've gone through a couple recalls over the years and they take care of the product, they destroy it, and they destroy it with whatever by whatever regulations they're required to destroy it under. At my work we had to like put it in the dumpster and document things when we were doing recalls and house it, and there's a whole process that goes along with that. I was looking at, I can't remember where I saw it, but the Oceanic that went under and imploded this, what was it, a week or so ago? They are still advertising Titanic um, tours on their website. And everybody's going, you need to take that down.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to sign up for your tour right now. Anyhow, it's just kind of bad form for them to have it on there instead of having a PR section. I bet you Belvita has a PR section that explains the recall and exactly which lot codes, what was affected, and all of that. Any sort of recall you can find that out and then look at your product to see if you need to throw it out or not. Let's see here. I use my tablet while watching FBI and CSI Vegas. Awesome. Awesome. That was my mom watches those shows, but my dad hated them because my dad was he was in the police and he worked with the FBI as well. And he always said, they don't do it like that. How come they can solve a crime in under an hour? That's not real.
When I'm on my laptop on the couch and I'm supposed to be watching a show with my husband and then I'm not paying attention. I'm only half paying attention. And so then I'm asking too many questions. What did she just say? Well, what did they? He's like, if you'd get off that computer and pay attention. And I'm like, but I'm barely on it, even though I am. Yeah. So like this is a continual fight in my home. Not like a real fight where we're really mad, but yeah, this is and then I find myself like propping my knees up and using my cell phone just to look like sneak little looks, like I try to hide it from him that I'm looking on my phone, and then he'll snap over, are you on your phone? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'll be on my phone before bed, just scrolling and doing things. And my husband always looks over. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm reading." Da 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 da. He's like, "You're working. Stop it."
Yeah.
Christina has a great question. How might Amazon recall or handle a recall that only affects a specific lot number? They throw it out. They throw all of
They
them
threw it
out.
away.
They don't. They don't go and check your lot codes for you, honey. They barely will check anything for you. In fact, I've had things, like go check this weight measurement, and it's done in such a time. I'm like, you didn't go look. Like, it takes a few minutes to go walk the warehouse to go look, and you answered in 2 minutes, so I know you did not look. Anyhow,
Right,
they
right.
ain't gonna do nothing for you. Welcome to Amazon. It's where the seller pays for everything.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. But how, this is again on changing the barcodes, but how can you change the original SKU that you have created for private label listing from manufacturer to Amazon? That's exactly what the video does. It tells you exactly how to do that. So I don't know. I created a new SKU per your instructions, but when I try to edit, it's not the same as my previous SKU.
Because
I
it
don't
won't
know what
be.
this guy's doing because when you create a new SKU, you're not changing the ASIN. The
No,
ASIN has all the information. So your SKU just has what SKU have assigned for
that
that.
is assigned to those. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think he's
Can I give
people.
can I give a simple example on something
Yeah,
like that?
absolutely.
So to this person, if you happen to be watching this video, when you have an ASIN, the ASIN is always the same. That never changes. If I buy this ASIN at Burlington and I bought it 8 months ago for $4.99, I might make my SKU, as an example, 499 underscore Burlington underscore the ASIN as my SKU. Now, 8 months later, I found it at Burlington again, but it now costs me $9.99. So I now might make a new SKU at 9.99 underscore Burlington underscore the ASIN. It does not affect the listing, the or the ASIN at all. It is simply just a SKU. That's it. Now, if your original SKU was not the original listing you created, go ahead and delete that out of your inventory if you have zero in stock. If it is the listing, if you are the, because I think they said private label, if you created that listing and that SKU is linked to your original creation of the listing, don't delete it out of your inventory because you will lose all of your bullet points and product description and everything. The ASIN will be intact, your title and image, but you're going to lose all of the other stuff. So that is my input on your question.
Exactly. And you can have multiple SKUs for the same ASIN. You can have one for
Mm-hmm.
your merchant fulfilled item. You can have it for different purchasing. You shouldn't sell on
More than one SKU.
more than one unless if it's merchant fulfilled versus FBA. That's a
Right.
no-no. Do they kick you out right away? No, because I've accidentally done it before. That was one of
Yeah.
the things my packers were terrible about. They'd create new SKUs all the time, and I'm like, stop it. Stop doing that. But it's you can have multiple SKUs and it has nothing to do with the ASIN. All right, we've got two more questions, and then I have an article on working smarter, not harder, that I thought was pretty cool. So I wanted to go through that. Sending FBM, would you just add the bubble wrap item to the poly mailer, or would you place in a box for FBM? Okay, I think I see a lot of these questions on how do I pack this item? The answer is going to be the same for every single thing. Pack it in a way that's going to arrive to your customer unmelted, unbroken, presented nicely, and the cheapest way possible. So, however that gets done is up to you. If I want to pack this cup and I just want to throw it in a bag and let it go, I can do that. The downfalls are I'm going to have higher return rates, higher breakage, higher pissed off customers. If I take this and I double box it in and add a ton of packing material and I double box it, maybe it's a vase and I want to double box it, the downfalls are time, money going into shipping materials. So you need to take
And your
every
shipping label will be
and your
higher
shipping label. Yep.
because it's going to be heavier.
So you need to take every single item and analyze it. I have a candy bar, which these are amazing if you ever run across them. They're very special. They're like, I think they're a London thing, a Europe thing. Anyhow, this is chocolate. If I ship this right now, I'm screwed because it's the middle of summer and it's going to melt and break. But if I packed it in a box with enough ice packs, I could do it. Now, is that worth it? My ice packs cost me, I think, 16 cents a piece. Add a 50-cent box, add some bubble wrap. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it. If I want to ship this to Tina right now in the middle of Vegas. I got a candle back last night that had melted out and the whole box was destroyed. So I got to make sure I damage that out. So quit asking on the forum boards, how do I pack XYZ? Look at the product and use your head. That's what I have to tell my kids. I'm like, use your brain and think. It's sometimes very difficult for them, but
School of Hard
use your brain.
Knocks. Go ahead and try it. And then if you get a return
Yeah,
because it broke or it got dented or whatever, well, the School of Hard Knocks sometimes teaches you what you can get away with when you're not sure.
I
Um,
yeah, I tried to save a buck one time and put something that shouldn't have in a medium flat rate, and it came in a million pieces, and I had to refund totally, and it was a loss. So because I saved $5 on shipping, I lost a $30 sale and had to refund, and it was time,
right.
money, effort, and
And
an
we've all
irritated
done it.
customer.
We have all
Yeah,
done it.
it's and I said, you know, I want to just address my children. My daughter lost her pants this week, so she comes to me on 4th of July and she goes, Mom, do you have my pants? I'm going, no, I don't have your pants.
You pant thief.
So anyhow, I give my children a hard time. They know that. So don't think I'm like rough on my children. Anyhow, we had to go out shopping for pants on 4th of July. And I'm going, I didn't do anything with, I am not in charge of your pants. You are 14. Both my children are in charge of their own pants, and both of them have trouble with their pants. My son forgot to bring pants to college, and my daughter lost her pants. I don't even know. I don't even know. Anyhow, so when you go to the forums and you say, how should I package shoes? How should I package this shirt? How should I package this glass mug? You've got to have all the supplies if you're going to go into that category. So when I go into the makeup category, I want to make sure I have tons of bubble wrap because I'm not going to ship eyeshadow that's known for breakage without a lot of bubble wrap and a box. If I'm going to ship glass, I'm going to have bags, bubble, and boxes. If you want to just get general shipping tips, there are a ton of videos out there that will show you how to package things. Everything needs to be able to be dropped from 3 foot up. And I'm not talking about just this way. Turn it sideways, turn it upside down. Every corner, it's got to survive a 3 foot drop. And if you have my UPS lady, as much as I love her, she chucks just chucks it. And I'm going, girl, stop it.
At your front door. I mean, I'll be sitting in my living room, which has a view of the out the window of my front door, and of course, we see the trucks pull up, and more often than not, they come up to and they just drop them. There's
Uh-huh.
like plonk, and it's like you hear it, you hear it fall. I could be in the kitchen cooking together comes out cooking, and I can hear a package drop at my front door.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they are rough with them. Not all, but a big number of them are.
Yeah, they're very rough. My postman, I have one of those lock boxes because we get our mail stolen. So we all went in and we did a bunch of lock boxes. Anything that can fit in that hole, even if you have to shove it in and pry it in with a stick, they will put it in that hole. So I've gotten things crinkled and squished and whatnot. And anyhow, it is bad. I had a product that was selling really well on Amazon, and my number one complaint was it arriving damaged. So I follow the voice of the customer, my complaints, my reimbursements, and all of that. I switched it to a box. I didn't want to switch it to a box, but Amazon kept putting it in a poly bag.
Yeah.
And you can't get them to change their policy, so you can only change yourself. So I went from just putting it in a poly bag to putting it in a box. I used the 3 boxes at UPS. Those are awesome. Fit right nice in there. It did increase my storage cost a little bit because now I have it's slightly bigger within the box, but I've cut down on the complaints and I'm not getting a bunch of returns and whatnot. So that cost of the returns is worth the extra in the storage. You have to analyze it. Sometimes it's like, okay, if I have one break, that's worth the savings of the whatever materials. That's going to tie right into the last question here was, do we have a course on creating private label product or just the bundle course? Our bundle course does a lot of stuff. I did a whole thing this week on how to get brand approved for brands that you want to list under. So like the Trader Joe's, if you wanted to list under Trader Joe's, we walk through how to do that. We do a lot of things in our bundle course, which the link to that is down below on all 3 streaming things today. Did I miss anything there, Tina?
I don't think so.
All right. We've got one question here, and then we are going to jump into how to work smarter, not harder.
Name of your unwind travels. If you are a YouTuber, I want to view your travel videos if you are, in fact, a YouTuber about traveling. Anyway, good morning, ladies. If you delete and close a listing because by mistake sent a single item instead of a two-pack, will that item go to stranded later on? Yes. If you close it or delete it, it is going to go to stranded, and then you can pull it out of your inventory. We've all done it. I've done that too. It's just like, ugh, it just it breaks your heart because then you have the removal fees and I'm
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a pain in the butt to get it back, but
Yes, and we've all done it.
I jack the price up. Sometimes you can jack the price up and it will flag it for high price error. You can
Yeah.
close the listing and you can delete the listing. I think those are the three main ones, and that will get it flagged, and it now goes into the stranded,
Yep.
fixed
And then from
stranded.
there, once it's arrived, you can put in a removal order.
Right. And
And
I
I'm
wish they
sorry.
would, yeah, that sucks. I wish they would allow you to bookmark your fixed stranded area, because now I got to go to the dashboard to find it. And like, quit moving the buttons, quit moving the buttons, quit changing the fees. I
I've
can't
been
keep up with the
making I've
fees.
been making shortcut links in my Amazon
They
at the
don't do
little
that.
top. Oh, not for that one.
Not for
Okay.
fixed. Not that I've
Mm,
seen. Not
yeah.
that I have seen. Okay, so these are fun. Because I came into the office this morning. Well, backs up to last night. Anyhow, I have an USPS item going out, and I'm like, oh, I should drop that off on the way home. And I'm like, no, I need to work smarter, not harder, and I need that like engraved on my forehead here. So instead, I just opened up Pirate Ship, scheduled a free USPS pickup for today. So now my mail is going to get picked up, which then saves me 10-15 minutes to stop at the post on the way home to get this item out. So I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. The first thing they say goodbye to multitasking. Absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. I have really, this has helped me out. When I sit down to focus on whatever task I'm doing, I try to focus just on that. And here's my problem though, is I have a million things that come to my head, right? My brain's always going. So I keep my Trello on one of my monitors or on one of my tabs. And if something comes up like, oh shoot, I need to check that price, or I need to fix that listing, or a bullet points off, I can go add it on to my Trello board and continue on with my replens or my ordering or whatever I am doing to try
Do
and
you
take
do
that.
that on your second monitor? I'm just kidding.
On my third, Tina. On my third. Tasks in batches. This is another good one. Time blocking. Do you do time blocking?
I haven't. I go on and off of doing the time blocking method. So it's nothing I've ever truly been consistent with.
I've been better this year with time blocking, and I've absolutely loved my Todoist. Has like those daily things that you have to do, such as deleting old inventory or adding things to your repricer or enrolling in the small and light program. So I block those out for 1 hour during the day, or one
Yeah.
chunk, and do all of them together. Take breaks. I am not good at that.
I am. I always take an afternoon break every single day. That I've always kept in line with doing that. And Lucy knows this break because I call it my rethink my life break. I sit down and I rethink my life for about 30 minutes every afternoon with a cup of coffee. It's how I get my recharge for the second half of my day. And it just allows me to kind of take in, okay, what have I done? What do I still need to do? It just like I'm kind of like in that moment to recalibrate, if you will.
Nice. I do take my lunch, and when I take my lunch, I try to watch something that is not work related, maybe a TV show I'm watching or YouTube. We play Animal Crossing, so I've been watching some Animal Crossing things, but something that's fun that's not reselling, just to give my brain a break. Nate says they take naps. Awesome. 2 to 3 is nap time. I love that. I can't take naps, but I would like
I can't either. That's why I was shocked. I took a nap the day after the 4th of July. We drove home that day and And I think because it's so hot now, it makes it wears you out. It makes you feel tired. At least out here in my city, it's hot. In the afternoons, it's over 100 degrees out. But I don't nap. I mean, I can lay down, but even when I was a toddler, I didn't nap. I fell asleep, and I fell asleep for a good solid hour. I was shocked.
I don't nap because if I go to bed, I will go to bed. I'll nap for like 8, and then I'll wake up at
Yeah,
2 in the
you'll
morning.
nap up until bedtime, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't sleep for very short. I don't sleep for short bursts. Out.
Yeah, yeah,
Block your calendar. Absolutely love this one. We have done that. I blocked everything for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday while we had company here. And then if I'm doing something like inventory, I block out my calendar for that. So, like that one. Tracking your time. Ooh, my son came to me with this one couple nights ago. He goes, Mom, because he started working and he's working 40 hours a week. He's like, I just don't have enough time in the day. I've got to work, like 40 hours, and he's taking a summer school course. He's like, I just, at the end of the day, I don't have any time for my games and personal stuff. I'm like, welcome to being an
welcome to
adult.
adulting.
Welcome. You're never going to have time again. It's
You're never gonna have time for anything you love ever again.
ever again. So anyhow, I told him, I said, well, track your time, because a lot of times we get this perception like I'm always working, or I'm always, and maybe it's about the other person, you're always watching football, or you're always on the computer, or you're always gaming, or you're always, watching junk TV or social media or whatever it is. And you get that perception in
Yeah,
your head. Start tracking your time. This works great if you are at a job as well, or even at your own reselling job. When you track your time, it allows you to sit down at the end of the week and analyze, where am I spending my time? Does that line up with my goals? If my goal
right.
is to send out inventory and I'm not spending any time packing, then you can see the correlation there. And I did this with bosses a lot of times. I'd spend a whole bunch of time on employee, like we had to work with the union, so sitting through union negotiations and HR BS. And so I'm like, at the end of the week, I have spent 12 hours dealing with BS. How do I cut that out to focus on the actual things I'm supposed to be doing at work? But it allows you to go in with numbers instead of like, I feel like I spend all my time doing blah 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 blah. Schedule your tasks based on your energy. Oh, yes, absolutely love that one. My energy is definitely different from AM to PM.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee time and coffee crash. I do my afternoon tasks are things that I don't have to put a lot of thought into, and they're just on autopilot.
Yeah,
My thinking tasks need to be in the morning.
yeah.
Notifications. Did that this year. I really downplayed all my notifications. In fact, when it goes into work mode, I don't get anything but family messages, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
I don't
outdoors.
I don't do
Nope.
that enough. Yeah, I don't do that enough.
I go on a walk every day, but during the work week, I don't. I mean, during the work like hours, I go for about an hour walk every day. Adjust your attitude, Tina.
Yeah, mine's so bad, isn't it?
No, no, you're not bad. I'm just messing with you.
I know.
Make a routine and stick with it. I struggle with that one. I try.
I think everyone struggles with this one. I'm pretty good. If I were to grade myself, I would give myself a C plus most of the time. But I am pretty good about having a pretty good routine between work and home life. It hasn't gone out the window. I mean, there's definitely efforts made every day towards that day's routine. Now, whether I do all the things, that's where the C plus comes in.
I just find like life gets in the way.
Mhm.
I'll have
Yeah,
something break, or like the kids' schedules, everybody's schedule just changed for the
yeah,
summertime. So,
yeah,
this routine changes quarterly for me, all,
yeah.
every quarter.
I
It's
think everyone struggles with that.
Yeah. Enhance your communication skills, always a good one. My daughter and I, we had that talk last night. I asked her something and she responded, and I didn't understand. So I asked her and she kept repeating the same thing. And I'm like, no, you need to learn how to rephrase it or enhance it or something. You've got to work on those communication skills, because not just for me, but your relationships, work, personal, etc. It will help you. Keep your to-do list manageable.
Oh, we laugh at that one. Keep scrolling.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not. Do work that you enjoy.
Well, look, we do work we enjoy, but part of all jobs that you do, there's always the big chunks of it you don't enjoy. Um, so with Amazon, you're not going to enjoy all the aspects of your Amazon business. But overall, if you enjoy working and doing Amazon, then I think you'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that whatever you do, I mean, nobody loves to really work at the heart of it. I mean, maybe you do. Most of us, it's okay. If you don't absolutely love working, that's okay. You fall into the boat that most of us do. I would love to just travel the world and not have money be an issue and have infinite dollars, but that's not the case. So the next best thing is to try and enjoy what you do what you do. Learn how to say no. Oh my God. I have a couple of hard and fast rules with this that have helped me over the years. One, I do not fight with people on the social media. If you leave me a comment and you're like, your video sucks or your Instagram post sucks, I don't care. I have learned I will not, thou shall not start arguments on the internet because I grew up in an age where we had forums and it got nasty and I'm not like, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my effort. And I really don't care. I don't care if you think my opinion is different. And I don't care if your opinion is different. We can all get along in this world. And if you disagree, I'm not going to sit here and argue back and forth. I have a couple family members and they spend all day like arguing on Facebook. I'm like, they just are rousing you. Like, who cares? It's Facebook. Who cares? Anyhow, what's another one? On Fiverr, if y'all ever hit me up on Fiverr, not that you guys do, but I get hit up on Fiverr and I'll get people that are trying to troll for free information or whatnot. I have like a 3 response rule. I will respond to you, and if it goes more than 3 lines, I'm just not going to respond anymore. And that's it. I don't have to state it. This is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure or announce your things. You just stop doing it. And that has really helped with my brain. Like, I can't sit there and worry about everybody all the time. With Amazon, I need to be a little bit better on this. I'm saying no to things that I get time sucked in, like no to those rabbit holes and time sucks. What about you? What do you say no to, Miss Tina?
Usually, people wanting my time or attention. I always have people around that want something, that need something. Can you go with me here? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I was always the yes person, people pleaser. But what happens is, I'm not getting my own things done. And, it's like I have to get them done. So I've had to say, no to, you know, helping people or doing things for people. Not that I won't. It's just maybe not right now. Can I do it Tuesday or yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. And I'm trying to be better. This is another one I got a stamp on my forehead is, does this align with my goals? And my goals right now are sales driven and expansion driven. And so does it align with that goals? And I will carve out time, to answer Facebook messages on Facebook. If you're in our Facebook group, you know that we're there and we're answering. But one of the things is like, pardon me, I'm in a lot of other Facebook groups and people will ask questions and I know the answer, but I have to say no. Like, okay, I can't sit here and spend my time answering questions for a group that I don't really like. I'm just a member there. Yes, it would be nice, but I can't help everybody all the time and I need to focus on my goals. But yeah, saying no, when I was in Vegas, that was really tough because my mom is like, she'll suck my time. She wants me there all the time, which is fine. And when I visit, I can dedicate a lot of time to her in that chunk of time and then I leave. But yeah, we were in college and she was always, come over for dinner, come over for this, come over for that. Let's go do this, let's go do that. And umpteen million people's birthdays, anniversaries, parties, whatever. So we were always, it was a struggle when we were surrounded in the family realm. And not that I don't love my family for sure, but it's like if I was working 2 jobs and going to school full time, so it was a little rough to spend a
Yeah.
whole afternoon with somebody. And then ask questions early on. That's a good one. I think a lot of people, when you're looking at inventory and you're looking at ungating and you're looking at what to sell, ask those questions early on, especially before you spend the money and buy the inventory. Can you sell it? Can you sell that brand? Can you sell that product? Do you have the packing materials? Do you know how to pack up that material? So I like that one as well. These were all pretty good. You know what? I don't think I put the link down below, but I will put it down below in case anybody wants to do that. What do you got planned for today? Let's get moving for our day.
You know it's my paperwork Friday finance, and I'm going to go also to Walmart and Sally's Beauty Supply today.
Cool. What am I doing today? I've got a list of things that I got to do today, and one is I got to go harass Seller Central and say, why are my browse nodes, and just prepare myself mentally for that case. And then I have another one where I took over a product from somebody. I bought out their warehouse, and I can't get the bullet points to update. And they responded back to my case saying, we can't change your bullet points because I violated their bullet point policy of things. And I'm like, last night, I'm like, I can't deal with you today, Amazon. It's ridiculous.
You bullet policy violator. I've never
I
heard of
know.
that.
I violate all the policies, let me tell you. It's bad. No, you can't use, like, I can't say this is the best coffee mug ever. That violates the policy.
You can't
And
say the best.
yeah, I can't say the best. It's not the best. It's not the, you can't make claims about it being the best. The other one was my bullet points were over 80 characters long. And then I had some character that they didn't like. They were like, I violated their characters. And I think it's an emoji. Now you can put little things in the bullet, little symbols.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really? We're going to fight over this?
And there's a lot of back and forth on if you should be putting those emojis in your bullet points or not. There are people that swear by doing that. And then there are others that say when you put in those bullet points, as you know, there's coding for that. So if you looked at the HTML portion of it, where you have the brackets and all of this coding, the theory is that Amazon's algorithm read that coding before your bullet point words, and your words are your keywords, and that's what you're wanting to get ranked for, getting indexed for. So really the big question is, does adding an emoji truly mess with the algorithm of reading your keywords, or does it not?
Yeah, that's a yeah. So anyhow, I just got to redo those bullet points and resubmit them. And it's just stupid. Unwind says thoughts for back to school. Too late to send in an FBA. Oh my goodness. So Tina did a whole thing on back to school. She's doing a back to school class in our bundle group right now, which was amazing. If you caught yesterday's live schooling at 4:00, my take on back to school is you got to wrap it up because back to school is starting and you want to get that stuff in. So,
and it's not too late because most stores don't even have all of it in stock yet. They're just going to be putting it out now that 4th of July is over. So no, it's not too late. Nope. It's only beginning.
Yep, it is beginning. But my back to school stuff, I did most of mine about a month or two ago. So, of course, what did they say? The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago or right now. So do it right now. It's not too late. And back to school stuff does sell all year round. I mean, it's not like people don't buy backpacks unless it's September or I don't know. My goddaughter starts school in July. So July, August, September are the big back to school months. You're not too late. And then this one, if you all haven't been familiar with this, I think it's this one, right? Shoot. Is this the Chat GPT one? For Amazon, or was it another one? I don't
I
remember
don't know.
this.
There's a few different ones. Just
Okay,
looking
hold
at it,
on.
I can't tell you for sure, but there are definitely a few different chat GPT tools. Are you talking a Chrome extension?
Yeah, hold on. I found it. I found it. Manage. I found it. Hold on. Amazon GPT. I gotta find it in
Is
the
that the
Chrome
one that
extension.
I did a YouTube video on? Is that the one you're trying to find?
Yes.
Okay.
Follow-up question. How long do you guys hold inventory if an item tanks? Longer than I should. That's not why I'm trying to get you on it a little bit better. Uh, I'm trying to be on that a wee bit better because mine
It depends. It
was
depends what it is. Why is it tanking? Is it something, that there's a ton of other sellers? There's a lot of factors of how long I will hold on to something. If I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel of it selling within, say, like the next 2 months, I pull it. If it's something I really think I can repurpose and turn into a bundle, um, uh, and I will repurpose inventory, or if it's something I think I can flip on eBay. So there's a lot of thought that goes into what I do with those type of items.
just a second. Nate, where did? Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. Y'all can see what I'm doing. I had gone. Okay, so there's this one. My extension says it's this Amazon GPT, and it's got a little N and a
Yeah,
little
I think that's the one
over it.
I have. Yeah,
This one
that's the
is
one I
not
have. It looks
approved.
like a little N with a rainbow over it. Yes.
Yeah,
That's the one I had been using to help edit listings that I create or pull information of other listings on Amazon that I didn't create. So I use the tool for that. Amazon Customer Service Helper is something different. Yeah, that
good.
Amazon GPT listing edit. Yeah.
No,
So
no,
there are, like I say, there are a ton of
no.
plugins that you can find in. Well, that's the
There's
same guy, but for Etsy, he has one for Amazon, eBay, or Etsy. So look, if you're interested in those Chrome extensions, just go to the Chrome extension store and type in what it is you're looking for. You can put
Yep.
in, Chat GPT for Amazon and pull up any tools that are there.
Yeah. I'll put this one in the chat because this is the one that Nate says was the one, but it's not got the same little symbol as the one I put. So I don't know if it's the right
Yeah,
one
well, the
or
one that
not.
you're doing with the little N and the rainbow over it is the one that I had found and made a video on. But that's not to say it's the best. It's just the one I found one day, kind of on accident. And so I decided to make a quick little YouTube about it, and I have used it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. So Ollie Law Associations says, what do you suggest about unit count issues? What the heck are you talking about? There's a lot of unit count issues in Amazon. Is it when you are sending Amazon product and they don't have you say you sent in 10 units and they're like, no, you sent in 8 units? Or are you talking about when you go to list a product and there is like a count section, 3 or 4, it's like number of items, number in the units, number this, number that, and it's confusing on the count. So I don't know what count issue you are talking about. There's a lot of count issues. My current issue with stupid Amazon is, I'm going to go back to this for example. If you are, let's say you had a bundled item and you want to sell these 2 items together, right? There is, how many biscuits are in a box? 5. There's 5 biscuits and 5 biscuits. It's a 2-box thing and you get 1 2-box thing. So when you are making the listing for that, where do you put in the number 1? Where do you put in the number 2? Where do you put in the number 10? And do you say 5 per box? So you've got like 4 count things. And when you're listing, it's not very intuitive. So I will place things and I go and look and on the actual detail page, and how it has the box and it will have a 2 or a 5 up in this corner, and make sure that matches with whatever you want. to be there. But it is very confusing. And we dive into more in that when we're making listings in our bundle group on where to put what, because each category is different too. So I can't say do this for this and then this for that, because the categories are different. But what would you say if you were going to list this and on Amazon, what would you put for the unit count?
I would put that the unit count is 2 because there's 2 boxes.
See, and I would put the unit count as 1 because you're getting one bundle unit.
Right. And I do that too. And I do 1 for 1 bundle. Yeah. So you are correct.
And then in the title, I would make sure that it's very clear on what the customer is going to get. You are going to get one bundle that includes two boxes.
You're right. I'm sorry. Let me drink more coffee.
No. So
I did know that answer.
You do know. It's like really. So anyhow, I would say the unit count is 1, but then the item count, that's different. The item count, I would say 10. You get 10 biscuits. But that's confusing.
Is there 5 in each box?
Yeah, there's 5 in each box.
But I would make it very clear in my title. Most importantly, what I do is make it very clear in my title that it's 2 boxes, 1 of, the first flavor, 1 of the second flavor. In my bullet points, I also make it very, very clear what you're getting. You are getting 1 box of flavor 1, 5, cookies inside, you get the idea. And then 1 box of the other, so you get 2 boxes, total. I make it very, very clear so there's no confusion.
And that's why I said go look at it, because if this had 10 up in the corner here, I as a customer would think I'm getting 10 packs of 2 of these. So I'm getting 100 biscuits. You know what I mean? I'm getting 10 of this, 10 of this. Because it's
well, and the thing is some people know that that's not what they're really getting, and then I swear they look for listings like that so they can open up a case. This listing said I was getting whatever, and I'm only got this much.
Yeah, and people will do that, and they don't use common sense, because if you look at the weight and the price, if I'm looking at this and it's priced $11.99, I know I'm not getting 10 of each of those boxes. Come on, honey.
Yeah.
Let's be real. But there are people that do look out, just like you said, that look for it. And they're like, I don't understand. It said it weighed 3 ounces and I thought I was getting 52. No.
Yeah.
You're being an idiot on there. Actually, I just found your video on unit count. Excellent. Well then, good. I think that is it for the day. I don't see any other questions we need to address. We are all caught up with that. And I always take Friday nights off, so I'm looking forward to that. Friday nights, I put down the phone, I put down the computer, I don't answer things. I try not to. And so I always look forward to my Friday nights so that I can hang out with my kiddos and husband and have a good time. But for the rest of the day, I'll be working on case crud, which is, don't like it. That's it. What are we doing next Friday? I'm trying to get helium. Helium 10 is going to be maybe coming on the channel. And then we were supposed to have carbon 6 today. And he flaked out on me. So again, not really happy with companies that say, oh yeah, we want to do this. And then the last minute, they're like,
then they flake out. Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever. We'll just talk about you then. Not in a good way. Oh, loving it. Okay, last question, then we got to sign off here. What do you do when there is a missing item in one of your FBA shipments, no option to send in the invoice, and the investigation is complete? You should have had the option to send in the invoice. So I don't know why. You can open up a case, but you might be SOL. I had one that they just said, nope, we investigated and we found in our favor. I'm like, yeah, of course you did. They need to offer third-party investigators.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. There's not a whole lot other than opening a case. In real extreme cases, if it's worth the money, you have your lawyer draw up something and you mail it directly to the Amazon legal team. So if you had, say, $6,000 and 3 pallets go missing from receiving, that's when you bust out the lawyer, the paperwork, and you directly mail it to the Amazon legal team. And it's amazing. Everybody says their stuff gets found all of a sudden.
Right.
I don't know how that works, but it just automatically gets found. If it's for one $10 item, it's not worth it. Take the loss, write it off, and move on with your day. Usually you can submit invoices though. Wings tonight and the Blue Bloods. I don't know what the Blue Bloods. Oh, watching Blue Bloods. That's a TV show, right, about cops. I have not watched that. Enjoy, enjoy. Have found in the Lampo. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you haven't already, go and like and subscribe over on Tina's. We are trying to get her to 1,000 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So go check out her channel. Make sure you subscribe over there so that we can get her up to the level where she can start earning a little bit of commission on advertisement for her channels. Thank you. Thank you. Almost Q4. I know, counting down the days. I'm so excited.
Yes.
All
All right.
right.
Have a
Enjoy.
great weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We always appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
Bye bye.